I was considering how important is the way we talk, and that sometimes we don't even realize, and that's why I decided to use this well-known sentence and just make some corrections on it. It was very important for me to have some time, spend some time with my colleagues there at the printmaker studio before starting the work, and share and ask with them about what they think, how they see this matter nowadays, because it's always in masculine terms, and it's supposed that we are included in that, but are we really included in that, or it doesn't even matter if we are or not. So that's why I just wanted to leave the question open, and just by using this sentence, just making some corrections and some parallels, like that's one small step for man, one giga leap for mankind. So then I start thinking about many things, different things, so just doing the parallels, like what if we use woman instead man, and why if you use humankind, because it's more inclusive than mankind, and it actually means the same thing, but we are not necessarily included, like we women. So then it was very important and interesting for me to share some doubts and some wonders I had about the sentence, how to transform it, because if I kept one small step for women, I wasn't not really sure about that, because I think women, we are tired to get small things. So that's why I decided to scratch small, just a step, which is something normal. It's not that we have to ask minimal things. And so that the consequence will be just a leap for humankind, for everyone. It's quite simple. I decided not to add any illustration. I decided not to add any drawings, nothing. Just the sentence, to let people aware about how important is the way we talk. And so after doing this one, the first piece, I decided to work the second. It's about, of course, the root is the same, it's after all the scratches, and using this paper. And also I decided to use just black and green. It's not random colors, are just because I didn't want to use like pink colors or purple colors. I don't even want to make the link that we nowadays know from the past, nowadays link it to us women. I decided to use just green because it's something like neutral. Could be maybe another ones, but just to make a small difference. And so then the set is a little bit different. I wanted to do like a protest poster. The idea will be just glue it everywhere, outdoors, in town, just to leave the message there and let people just think. And I'm sure, well, I'm quite sure, I hope not to be wrong, that everyone knows the sentence. So it will be easier to think about how important it is. And so the final result, I think, is working quite well, because if without this maybe it's not, people can't get the whole information about the process of how I developed the final image. But with both are like, yeah, I think they are linked somehow. I don't know what you think, because this is not for me, because I already know what you think, so I just want to make you think about this, and if the message is clear enough or not. But yeah.
Yes, that's really, you use, very important is that you really use very famous sentences.
Yeah, that was...
That everybody can feel something similar, but start to think, oh, what's different? Yeah. It's something different as well.
Because then you realize that we are not fair the way we talk. It's not fair at all with us. We are supposed to be there in that sentence, because we got used to feel that we are there, but in my opinion, the reality is completely different. It's like it's easier to use this way because we are used to, and easier. Because we are women just supposed to be there, but
Yeah.
I mean, why using it's the same meaning?
Yeah. In some languages,
Yeah.
also in Slovenian, for each form of way of speaking, it's for woman or for man. And in law and all documents, it's written in man way, it's form. Or now it's written that this form is used for both sexes. But still, I have to feel, I cannot translate it, but we always have to feel, okay, we are part of it, but all the time we are using it as a manly form. Yeah. And in our philosophical faculty, Eva proposed, and the gang of her, to use just for 6 months all the papers in woman's form and write this form is used for both sexes. And the professors in universities, some of them were so against, and the linguistics said, no, this is against any linguistic rules and so on. So it was huge debate. So it's not so easy to change something and for ask some other group to feel, oh, you are also a part of our group. It's not so
it's not easy. And then you realize that some people, mainly men, or even boys, kids, they can feel offended.
Offended, yes.
It's like, last week I was in a course with many kids, and in Spanish, the way we talk, we do make the difference, feminine and masculine. And they were from 3 till 12 years old, and they were like almost 20 kids, and only one boy. I was supposed to speak that in male, you know, it was like, come on, like we are 20 here, and all the monitors that came with me, they were dealing with them in masculine, like joking, they were 20, and that little thing is changing the grammar? So no way, I mean, we are, just forget that, no. And he was like, sometimes he was looking at me like, I'm not a female, well, we are not men, either, so I'm sorry, you have to get used to that. And I was just speaking in feminism, like the way I consider it was. And I'm sure maybe for him could be weird. I'm sure if his mother or father would be there, I'm sure they would be like, why she's doing this, why she's talking like that. But I think now is the moment to change it. Because there is no reason, I don't know why we are still in this point. Like nowadays, for me, this is like we are going little by little. This is something really small that we should already have at the moment, and we don't. So I really think we have to not leave it like just agree like okay, it's okay, it doesn't matter. I understand what they are saying. I can feel included. So what's the point? No, the point is that we can do it. So we should do it. That's the only thing.
Great.
Yeah. So.
Thank you.